Okay, I was about to start a personal project here, and then I realized I could make a tutorial off of this, and this would work for whatever rigging system you use. I wanted to show how you could add movement to like the outfits or like the hair that they have if it's long, so you don't have to manually animate it each time. Sometimes there's some clipping issues, but it's not too bad, and especially since with the Genshin characters, their outfits kind of flare out more, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But I kind of wanted to show how to get like a flowing, natural movement without having to animate like every single bone. So I'm gonna do a viewport display in front, just a personal preference, but I'll leave it as octahedral for now. So I'm gonna start with her hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually or move downward to upward. So I'm gonna grab this part of her hair, or oops, I'm gonna go to object mode or pose mode. I'm gonna grab this piece of her hair, and then I'm gonna grab the bottom piece of her hair on the left side. I'm gonna start on the left side. I'm gonna grab this piece of hair, the last one, and then I'm gonna shift select the bone above it, and then I'm gonna hit Control Shift C until I see this, add constraint, and then I'm gonna add a damped track. And then I'm gonna go to the bone constraints down here. And for an influence, I'm just gonna make it point 0.7 for right now. And then I'm just gonna keep doing that. Except this time I'm gonna hit the second bone, and then I'm gonna shift click the next one, Control Shift C, and then tracking damped track. And just repeat the process. Okay, and now that I've done both braids, I'm not gonna grab the root, but I'm gonna grab the pelvis twist CFAO1, and then I'm gonna shift click to also add just the pelvis. So yeah, there it is right there, and then I'm gonna shift click, have those. I'm gonna test it to see if it moves properly. So yep, it moves pretty well. Um, And yeah, that's pretty much how you would do that. But I'll also do it for her little strands of hair too. So I'll grab this bottom one, shift click the top, Control Shift C, hit the damped track, and then we're gonna go to the bone constraints, and then influence just like 0.7. And then for the clothes, I'll just do the same thing. So for like part of the bottoms down here, I'll just repeat the process. And for the clothes, since they're shorter in the front, I'm gonna make the influence a little bit less. So I'm probably gonna do like 0.3 as the influence for that. Okay, and now that I've done a damped track on every piece of her hair and clothing that I feel like would flow, I'm gonna test it out. So I'm gonna find her pelvis again, and then I'm gonna find the pelvis twists AO1. I'm gonna hit that, and I'm going to shift click also the pelvis, and then I'm going to see if it moves properly. So uh, it looks pretty good, maybe a little too flowy, so I might actually want to turn it down a little bit. Let me see like the top strands of the hair if they move properly. I think that's pretty good. Maybe not the fins so much. Let me see here. Gonna see they're kind of glitching, so maybe that might not be the best for them. So I'm gonna maybe I'll turn the influence up a little bit again. So I'll go 4. Okay, so it looks like the fins on top of the head aren't really moving too much, but that's okay. It's probably because you only have 2 bones and they're kind of short. So something like that you would probably have to manually animate if it's not moving a proper way or how you'd like. But ultimately, it's a huge time saver. Like, okay, let's say I I did a simple animation of I just or the pelvis and the pelvis twist selected. I did location, rotation, scale, and let's say I just quickly moved her. Oops, not like that. Let's just say I went to like the 14th frame right here, and I like moved her over this way. And let's say I moved her back to where she was and did that. And let's see what happens. Yep. So that's pretty much it. Just a little thing that I figured out so you don't have to actually animate every single one. I know like programs like MMD do that where it just automatically moves the hair pieces, but yeah, if you want something in Blender where you don't have to really worry about the little details too much, this is the perfect thing. So I just figured I would share that information without having to add any Blender add-ons or anything. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope it makes your animation projects a lot easier.